It's been a while since I uploaded a video. I have some internet issues at my house, but I think this called the Cobra. It's one of my favorite tools, water pliers from Knipex, and I like it so much I decided to buy the extra large and XX large, the King and Queen. Quite pricey. Shopped around. I think I got these at Chad's Tools, but quite impressive. Not really having any type of plans to use them anytime soon, but I got them if I need them, and I think they will come in handy at some point. Bought a bunch more Knipex, comparing the flush cuts to the Harbor Freight ones. And here we got a water hose clamp holder. I had the small one, and I figure if I'm going to be doing jobs, I might as well get the bigger one that has the locking feature. Quite pricey, but I do want to actually buy the tools that are going to help me get jobs done. In addition to, kind of ran out of tools to buy at this point, so I'm just buying a few finishing touches. But I decided to go quite deep into the 3/4 inch sockets. I don't really have a use for them, but I do like when I'm using larger nuts, like say 22 millimeter. It's almost easier to break out the 3/4 inch ratchet and use that, and it just comes off a lot easier with the extra weight. So I didn't want to shy away from buying a bunch of 3/4 inch drive pliers, but here I'm comparing the Knipex to my Harbor Freight hose pliers. I always wanted the Knipex version, and finally pulled the trigger on them. They're quite pricey, but I think most times, they're about the right size, slight different design, and I'll probably start using those. I have done some research, plan to do some axle soon, and one of the methods to remove axle is to clamp this on it, hit it with a hammer, so I wanted to have that option. So I got me the whale vice grip pliers. And I realize just having a large wire cutter is handy, and I just went ahead and bought these large Knipex wire cutters as well. But I'm pretty excited about these whale. So here, I'll compare them to what I've been using up until this point. These things are great. It's a crescent, double jointed, for extra power pliers. I don't like the grip. It gets kind of dirty and keeps my hands dirty, but they work great. I'm not complaining, but I do want to just kind of get the Knipex version. It's not quite the same design, but it's just a large wire cutter, and I realize that sometimes you just need bigger tools for bigger jobs, and I see this coming in very handy. And I realize I bought a lot of specialty tools, but sometimes I just need the basic ones. Went pretty extreme on the Knipex and Koken this time. All these 3/4 inch drive deep sockets you see are Koken, quite pricey, but I really enjoy the Koken chrome sockets. I found the impact ones to be cost prohibitive, so with those I just went with gray Pneumatic, which are also quite pricey. But I decided that I wanted some quality tools, just buy them the first time, and very happy with my purchases. If you spread them out over time, it's not quite. This 3/4 inch spud wrench thing my buddy just gave to me, it's pretty cool because it's my third 3/4 inch ratchet. This is a Koken extra handle I bought for $50. I think it's a great deal. It was a big test is when to see if it fit on this Koken ratchet I got for 3/4 inch. So I've already tested it at this point. I did confirm it does fit, and it fits very nicely. So it's obviously designed to work on this ratchet handle. And you can compare the size of the old one. It's pretty short. I figured this longer one would make the tool much more useful. There is a 1 meter version. Not quite ready to buy that giant one. That's like $100. I'm not seeing a situation where I would need it yet at this point, but it's nice to know it's there. This handle has some of the best knurling I've seen on Koken tools. Maybe it's just because it's such a large version of the tool, but the handle just has a great knurling with some Koken marketing written in as their tool name brand into the knurling. So I do enjoy the handle. I'm pretty happy with it. I do like the industrial finish that kind of a lot of the Japanese tools have. It's a little rougher. It's not so slippery in the chrome, but still very nice chroming. Unfortunately, the sockets I got, the chrome is peeling, but these are some very old, probably made to a lower spec, and I can't blame them. The ratchet says Koken, the sockets don't say Koken, so I'm pretty sure Koken made them, but they probably didn't want to put their name on them, so that's why I wanted to get these modern 3/4 inch Koken sockets to kind of complement those. So the idea is that I wanted to beef up my Toyota sizes, but in 3/4 inch, 22 and 24 are the only two that really make sense. So I got those in 6-point here, and maybe a 32 I'll need, but so far I haven't gotten it yet at this point. I do have a 32, but on the larger ones I'm getting 12-point because the idea is I want to be able to have any type of axle sockets I need. So that's pretty much when I've got these bigger deep sockets. I want to make sure they're 12-point so that I could get off a variety of aftermarket axles. I'm going to be doing an axle job on my Toyota pickup truck front axles pretty soon here. One of the CV bellows is blown, and I'm going to put some axles for extended 4x4. I got a 1-inch lift on it, so I think that's going to help with the axles lasting longer. And I want to do the job myself, and I just really want to have the correct, preferably impact 3/4 inch socket, but it would be nice to also have the chrome version. So I've been on a buying streak here. I think I got quite a bit of sizes from 36 to 27. Some of them are 1/2 inch. Before I kind of had this great idea to get 3/4 inch, I was already planning just to have the 1/2 inch version. So I got quite a few 27, 30, 12-point 1/2 inch. I should do a full inventory and see what I'm missing here and see what the common sizes are. But based on my research, some axles are just bizarre sizes, and these aftermarket. You don't know if, like, for example, my truck has aftermarket axles already, so it would be nice to have the original Toyota ones. I've learned to just keep those. And last but not least, I did buy this Koken speed handle. I got all the impact tools, but I realized I like just doing it quietly. And the one I had from the swap meet was real cheap and low quality. The spinning handle is plastic. It does have knurling, and it's just here comparing the two. The Koken is just by far superior quality and build. And this one worked for me for quite some time. It worked great, still works. But using the Koken one today was, as usual, just a very good experience with this. Last but not least, going through the Koken manual, I found this 24mm socket with no chamfer designed for drain plugs. I've always wanted this tool. I considered grinding my sockets down, but looking through the catalog, I realized they sell a special tool for 24mm drain plugs that I'm really glad I purchased. I can't wait to use it. It's a 1/2 inch socket.